Honestly, if I have one huge regret in life, it's that I spent years being a chronic people pleaser, keeping my head down, doing everything right, grinding for that full ride scholarship, getting my PharmD, literally just to prove my parents' sacrifices weren't for nothing. And I was dying inside the entire time. Blindly following their plan is actually the one time my people pleasing paid off. I'm pulling $180,000 a year from home, sitting on a couch in a onesie now. If you're rotting in retail right now and just feeling completely trapped because you didn't do a residency, I'm gonna spill the exact pivot I pulled to get a remote company to pay me this much without having to destroy my body on those brutal 12-hour CVS standing shifts. Ugh. Okay, some of you, maybe actually a lot of you, would already know, but I did walk away from a 10-year relationship and I moved across the country with basically zero network. I was just moving in with my sister. It was just vibes. I did manage to land a full work from home job in just 2 years. How though? Well, I figured out the math that they don't teach us in pharmacy school, and I'm not even a math Asian, but I figured out that success is 60% who you know and 40% what you know. Listen, your PharmD is just literally the cover charge to get into the venue. It proves you won't mess things up, but the hidden job market, that's where the comfy six-figure work from home roles live. 80% of these jobs don't even get posted on LinkedIn, okay? They get filled in the DMs or over a quick coffee or through like, hey, I know a girl text message. So yeah, hiring managers are just terrified of hiring a weirdo. So when my old coworker vouched for me, I didn't even have to apply per se. I skipped a line of 4,000 people whose resumes were just getting shredded by AI. Okay, but the thing is, that other 40%, the what you know, is what keeps you from getting fired once you're in. The connection just gets you through the door, but your brain keeps you there. I networked like my life depended on it, because honestly, my mental peace kind of did. One text gets you an interview. 1,000 blind applications gets you an automated no thanks email. So rule number 1, stop typing the word pharmacist into job boards, please. That's a title, it's not a skill. You should search for medical science liaison, utilization management, or informatics, managed care strategy instead. Anything but pharmacist. But if you want $180K without a residency, stop fighting over the basic prior auth roles that CVS is like hiring people day in and out. Look for formulary operations, MTM program strategy, clinical account management at PBMs and health plans. They manage big client budgets, which is why they come with a big girl salary, all this money that you can spend like me on MapleStory. And stop only applying to massive health plans where 10,000 people are fighting for one spot. Look for pharmacy consulting firms, TPAs, or digital health startups. They pay amazing, actually. They love retail pharmacists because we actually know how drugs flow in the real world. And there's half the competition, might I add. And a quick timing secret: do not pause your job search during the holidays or late summer. I know you're having fun having a hot girl summer, but you need to keep applying because health plans and PBMs hire like crazy in Q4 to prepare for January 1st. Starting over is basically a full system reboot. So if you're in a job or honestly like a crappy relationship that's just expired, the reset button is right there. You can hit it anytime. It doesn't matter how far down the wrong track you're going. Just get off the freaking train already, because even if you're 10 stops late, you just deal with the little awkwardness until your new life loads, and trust me, it's going to be a lot better. I just took everything I learned in the crappy CVS trenches and I gave it a corporate glow up, per se, I guess. But here's the exact cheat sheet to fix your resume today. First, throw away that 4-page academic CV. Keep it 2 pages max. My resume actually is like 1 page, but you want to drop a core competencies grid right at the top under your name. Fill it with buzzwords like formulary management, utilization review, quality metrics, P&T strategy. That grid actually passes the AI bot test in like 3 seconds. Secondly, translate your retail grind into executive talk. Just erase the word retail and call it strategic clinical operations. Don't say verified 200 scripts a day. Say managed clinical accuracy and risk mitigation for a high volume pipeline. Don't say reviewed prior authorizations. Say evaluated high-cost specialty drug requests against clinical guidelines to reduce unnecessary spend. Numbers equal money in the remote world, okay? Third, ignore the preferred qualifications trap. Required means required. You can't overstep that, but if you see preferred, see that as it's a wish list from that company. Just apply anyway. Managers pick real operational experience over a 1-year residency pretty much all the time. Fourth, you want to make sure you run the ATS check. What is that? I never knew about this before, but basically you just toss your resume and the job description into a tool like JobScan. And if it's under 75%, tweak the wording a little bit until you hit at least 80, and then you can hit submit. And fifth, anchor your salary like a boss. When the recruiter asks you your range on the phone, don't be a noob and give one flat number, please. Give a $15,000 range where your absolute bottom number is what you actually want. So say something like, based on my clinical background and market research, I'm targeting between $175,000 and $190,000 depending on the full package. Boom. You sound like a $180K professional before you even sign girly pop, okay? If you're stuck in retail hell or just trying to figure out your exit strategy, talk to me, tell me what you're dealing with, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.